5 facts you didn't know about Japan. Japan is the largest island country in the whole of East Asia, and it is among the largest island countries in the world. Although not in the top 50 in size, it's well known that Japan is densely populated, ranking as the 11th most populated nation in the world. Many people enjoy visiting Japan annually, taking in the rich Far East culture and cuisine. But there is much that foreigners don't know about Japan. Christmas is widely regarded as a romantic holiday. Only about 1 in 50 that live in Japan are Christians. Therefore, the traditional Christmas of celebrating the birth of Christ is rare in Japan. However, the holiday has still been celebrated with trees and light displays similar to other parts of the world. The difference is that they treat the holiday more like Valentine's Day, a time dedicated to loved ones, mostly celebrating with married people or couples, having a date night and gifts to express their love for one another. Baseball is the most played sport. The national pastime in the United States, baseball is extremely popular in Japan. Case in point that numerous Japanese are now playing in Major League Baseball in the United States, starting nearly 30 years ago, and the influx of players to the United States is continually on the rise. It goes the other way also, with many players from the United States that aren't quite good enough to play regularly head to Japan for successful careers. Baseball has become so popular in Japan that it is now the most played and most watched sport in the country, more than the national sport of sumo wrestling. There are a vast number of high schools and colleges in the country with baseball teams, with 2 professional leagues. The Japanese like to have fun, and enjoying a baseball game at the park is no exception. Organized cheers in large sections in the stands, as well as singing, is common during the course of a baseball game. When to take off your shoes. Even those that have never been to East Asia generally know that it's customary and polite not to wear shoes inside a home in Japan. The problem is knowing where it is and is not acceptable to wear shoes. Perhaps those visiting Japan can look for signs that indicate "no shoes," but unless one knows the Japanese language, you may be out of luck. So what do you look for? When approaching a temple, restaurant, shrine, store, or other public buildings in Japan, simply look for clues. One big clue is seeing slippers sitting outside the entrance. That is a clear indication to remove shoes and put on slippers before entering. You may also notice a raised entrance. A person might not think that is just a structural aspect to simply walk up to enter the building. No, it's actually another indication to remove shoes before taking the step up inside. You will not have to carry your shoes around inside. Many places have areas inside the doorway to store your shoes, where you can pick up upon leaving the building. Complimentary and rude eating practices. Japan is known for its etiquette, but when it comes to eating, you may be surprised to know that slurping one's food is a compliment to the chef. It's an indication that one loves the food prepared for them. A reason many slurp noodles, a widely consumed food in Japan, is because you can eat them more quickly while they're still hot, maintaining their intense flavor. While it's not only complimentary, it actually does preserve some of the Japanese etiquette of neatness, minimizing the risk of both getting on the table or yourself while you eat. While slurping is a compliment, a widely common practice in many parts of the world of eating and walking is forbidden in Japan. Eating a bag of snacks and drinking while walking is seen upon as behavior by a person of very low quality. Generally, Japanese will sit at a nearby table or stand next to a vending machine to consume their snacks before going on their way. Pour other people's drinks. When dining in groups in Japan, it's very common and actually polite to pour drinks for others when their drinks are empty. While most people in the western part of the world pour their own drinks, in Japan, you will sit and wait for someone else to do this for you. It is your job also to watch for others at the table and do the same for them if you see their glass is empty. If you keep your glass upright, it will continue to be refilled. Therefore, you simply turn your glass upside down if you feel full. But even if you're finished eating and drinking, so long as you remain at the table, be polite and pour drinks for others.